Good afternoon, students. I am Mrs. Ramana Tilagam, your social science teacher. Today, we are going to see the first lesson in geography. Today, our topic is geomorphic processes. In this lesson, we are going to understand the term geomorphic process. To understand this word geomorphic, the meaning of the term geo is earth. The meaning of the other term morphic is shape, form or structure. So we combined both the terms and we get to know that what were the reasons behind the formation of the earth's surface. The forces that act from the earth interior toward the earth's surface are called internal processes or endogenetic processes. These factors behind the landscape or create topographic reliefs. Basically, there are two forces that are the reason behind the unevenness of the earth's surface. They are internal processes and external processes. The endogenetic processes are otherwise called internal processes. So basically, endogenetic forces are internal. They are those forces that are generated within the earth's surface. Then the forces that are act on the surface of the earth due to natural agents like running water, glacier, wind, waves, etc. are called external processes or endogenetic processes. These endogenetic processes tear the landscape down into the relatively low elevator and shapes the landform, create endogenetic processes. And look at the exogenetic processes. Exo means external or outer side. So the exogenetic forces are external. They are those factors that act on the earth's surface from outside. Internal processes. The internal processes generate heat and eject material from deep below the earth's crust. Internal radioactivity is the principal source of power of this process. Plate tectonics. Plate tectonics is a scientific theory describing the large-scale motion of 7 large plates and the movement of the large number of smaller plates. Number of smaller plates of the Earth's lithosphere. Here, what is tectonic plate? The lithosphere is divided into a number of huge slabs or rock called tectonic plates. These plates are mainly divided into two parts, major and the minor plates. These plates are floated independently over the mantle. Collisions of these plates were produced mountain ranges and other irregular surface features both on land and the ocean floor. This phenomena is called plate tectonics. The movement of tectonic plates is due to terminal energy from the mantle. Now we have a better understanding about the plate movements and its relations to earthwork and volcanic activities. So the clashes among the plates are produced to the mountain ranges and the other irregular surface of the earth. Types of plate boundaries. There are 3 types of plate boundaries: convergent boundaries, divergent boundaries, conservative or transform boundaries. First we are seeing about the convergent boundary. Here the plate moves toward each other and sometimes a plate sinks under another. The location where the sinking of a plate occurs is called the subduction zone. Example, fold mountain, Himalayas. The convergent boundaries, it means the plate moves toward each other. Divergent boundary. Here the plates pull away from each other as magma push up from the mantle. It is the example for mid-Atlantic region. The divergent boundaries means the plate pull among from each other. Conservative or transform boundaries. Here the plates slide horizontally past each other. Example, San Andreas Fault. Movement of continental plates. The movement of these tectonic plates is likely caused by convection currents in the molten rock in Earth's mantle below the crust. Movements of continental plates. Due to lateral compressional force, the plates are forced to move upward and downwards. This is called folding. Mountains formed by folding are called fold mountains. The process of folding creates roofy mountain ranges such as Himalayas and Alps. Now we are going to explain the movement of continental plates. The movement of these tectonic plates is likely caused by convection currents in the molten rock in Earth mantle below the crust. Then what is folding? Fold mountains are formed when the two plates move together. This can be where two continental plates move toward each other or the continental and an oceanic plate. The movement of these two plates forces sedimentary rocks upward into the series of fold. This is called fold mountains. According to the plate tectonics, the plates are in constant motion with an average rate of few centimeters per year. The movement might seem slow, but over millions of years, the plate and the continent riding on them move a long way. For example, about 250 million years ago, the Indian plate was a part of the Gondwana land, which comprised of modern Africa, Australia, Antarctica and South America. Here we are seeing about the Gondwana land. Gondwana was an Asian supercontinent that broke up about 250 million years ago. The continent eventually split into land masses we recognize today: Africa, South America, Australia, Antarctica, Indian subcontinent and some of the Arabian Peninsula part. Then we move to the page number 162. Approximately 140 million years ago, the Indian plate broke away from the Asian supercontinent Gondwana and began moving north and converged with Asia. The collision with the Eurasian plate along the boundary between the India and Nepal formed the orogenic belt that created the Tibetan plateau and the mildly Himalayan mountains. Here we see about the orogenic plates. The orogenic belt developed when a continental plate crumbed and it pushed upward to form one or more mountain ranges. This involved a series of geological processes collectively called orogenics. It formed between the India and the Nepal, so the Tibetan plateau and mildly Himalayan plateaus are called as the orogenic belt. Today class is over. Students are asking to complete the assignment, so click the below link. Thank you.